I'm JoltKing627, and today we're going to be doing a complete internals breakdown of the new Game Face Trion blaster. To start things off, obviously we're going to need to get the blaster open. So we're obviously going to want to remove a few things, such as the iron sights, the stock. We're going to want to remove the spring cap and the spring. You can set those to the side. Now what you're going to want to do is you're actually going to want to prime the blaster without the spring in there. This will relieve tension on the catch. Now we can go ahead and remove all of these screws. Luckily they're all the same size. Alright, so what we find inside is something that's very similar to the Nexus Pro, but also at the same time radically different. As far as what's the same, the blaster primes with a top bar instead of two side bars, just like the Nexus did. And it has a double prime lock that senses whether the plunger rod is fully back. Unlike the Nexus Pro, however, the sled here actually has rollers on it, which makes it nice and smooth. Also, unlike the Nexus Pro, there is an actual spring-loaded dart guide. As you can see, when you drag the breech forward, it's pushed back and up, and that's actuated by this little spring back here. Over here we can see the mag release actuates two completely separate mag catches, one for talons, one for katanas. Back here we have a very large plunger tube, very similar to a Nexus Pro plunger tube or a Worker Prophecy expanded plunger tube. Now what is very different about this blaster is how it catches. I have never seen anything like this catch mechanism in any other blaster. Essentially, the catch wants to release, and the only thing stopping it is the trigger. The trigger interacts with this white piece, which stops the catch from moving downward like it wants to. Once that piece is removed, as you can see if I put any force on this already caught plunger rod, the catch wants to move down and release. And that's also how this blaster does slam fire. There's a blue bar running the entire length of the blaster that actually goes right directly underneath the catch. When the pump is anywhere but fully forward, this blue piece slides backwards, blocking this catch from moving so it cannot release. And when the pump slides all the way forward, the piece moves out of the way and the catch can slip down. The nice thing is if you really don't like slam fire, all you have to do to remove it is remove this blue bar. That's it. If you do that, slam fire has been deactivated, and if you decide you want slam fire again, put it back in and it works just fine. That's about all there is to it. Now let's go ahead and reassemble the blaster. So how you're going to want to do this is you're going to want to hold down the trigger with your fingers so that it doesn't pop up. This is a very strong spring and it will want to spring. You're also going to want to make sure your plunger rod is all the way back and fully caught because this catch will want to escape if you don't. Now we can take our shell half, we can put it on there while holding the trigger down with this finger. We can switch to the other finger so that we can clamp down the rest of the shell. Ta-da! Now we can go ahead and put back in all of our screws. Now that we have our screws back in, we can take the spring and put it back in. Now, because the blaster is primed, we're actually going to have to put the back cap in while it's still primed, and then fire the blaster. And that's just about it. Those are the internals of the Game Face Trion. Huge thank you to Banshee Indian and Avatar for the Trion. I really enjoyed messing around with this. Anyway, remember to like, comment, subscribe, check out the merch, and thank you all for watching.